All right, grade 7's 9.6. So now you've added integers with tiles. You've added integers without tiles. You've subtracted integers, obviously without tiles. So now we're going to do it with tiles, and it's actually a little harder. So pay close attention. It's a little tricky. Just to review, we're going to look at demonstrating how we subtract positive 4 minus positive 2. So we just represent our first number, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's our 4 positives right there. And now we're going to take away 2 positives. Boom, I just took away 2 positives. We're left with positive 2. That's really simple. Let's try the same concept with negative numbers. Let's just see if it works. So we represent our negative 2. Negative 2. Here's my negative 2 right there. Done. Now I want to take away 3 negatives. Oh, I can't. Okay, I'm going to take away 3 negatives. I take away 1, 2. I can't take away 3 negatives. So what's the difficulty with this? We don't even have enough negative tiles to do this. So there's only one way of doing this. How can we add more red tiles? Because we have to take away 3. That's what the question says. It says, hey, take away 3 negatives. But we don't have 3 negatives. So how can we add more red tiles without actually adding, without actually changing the original value of negative 2? There's one way. And it rhymes with zero errors. That's right, 0 pairs. That's exactly what we're going to do. By adding a 0 pair, have we actually added or changed the value of negative 2? Take a look at this for a second. What is the value of this? Well, this is a 0 pair, so that's 0. This is negative 2. So I haven't added any value to my negative 2, but I have got an extra little red tile there. Now let's try the question. The question says, hey, you started with 2 negatives. I want you to subtract 3 negatives. Okay, let's do that. Let's subtract 3 negatives. 1, 2, and 3. Whoa, what are we left with? Positive 1. Okay, so it's possible. What does the green box represent? This overall thing. I forget it. We're going to move on to the next one. That's silly. All right. So what's left over, once we take away 3 negatives, is the positive 1. Did that already. Moving so fast. Let's just summarize this in steps. The first thing is you represent the first number with tiles. The first number is our negative 2 in this case. So here's our 2 negative tiles. Number 2, add enough 0 pairs to represent the second number. This is only when we're doing subtraction. Just remember, keep that in mind. How do we represent 3 negatives? So it says, for a moment, just ignore the negative sign and say, I need 3 0 pairs. 1, 2, and 3. I got 3 0 pairs to go. Then it says, number 3, remove the tiles that the question asks for. So the question says, hey, you have 2 negatives, remove 3 negatives. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to change the color to make it a little more obvious. So we're going to take away 3 negatives. And that should be 3 negatives right there. Then it says create 0 pairs with the remaining tiles. Okay, so I'm going to take these 2 over here. I'm going to line them up in front of this. And I'm going to show Monsieur that I understand the concept of 0 pairs. I'm going to circle these because those are 0 pairs. And my remainder is the leftover tiles, which is that positive 1. So this is a really good summary of how to do this. Let's try this one together. We represent the first number by putting a negative 4. 1, 2, 3. I hope you like these fancy little negative signs there. Then it said number 2 was to represent the second number with as many 0 pairs as is required. So it's 6. So I need 6 0 pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. It's going to take a little while. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. Okay. Step 3 was, let's go back to step 3. Remove the tiles that the question asks you to remove. So the question says, hey, you have 4 negatives. Take away 6 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 negatives are gone. Step 4 was to create 0 pairs with the remaining tiles. So let's take these negatives over here. We'll line them up in front of these, and we're going to make some 0 pairs. We're going to go sideways this time. We're going to break all the rules. 2, 3, and 4. 4 0 pairs. What is remaining, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully you're screaming at the edge of your seats, positive 2. That's right. How is this one different? All right, let's try this. It says 3 positives. We always represent the first number. 3 positives. Then Monsieur said, step 2, we take a look at this and we say, I need that many 0 pairs. I need 4 0 pairs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And a shortcut, we're going to copy this. 1, 2, 3. All right. Step 3 was take away whatever is required. So it says subtract 4 negatives. Okay? 4 negatives are gone. Step 4 was to make any 0 pairs, but in this case, there are no 0 pairs. It's beautiful. What's my remainder? 2, 4, 6, 7. Positive 7. Try one more. Here we go. Positive 4. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to steal these. There we go. Positive 4. And so as step 1, represent the first number. And again, just to show you, positive 4, I'm going to represent positive 4 by my 4 positives right there. Then it says step 2 was I need 6 0 pairs. So I take 1, I'm sure I've got 6 0 pairs somewhere here. Beautiful. 6 0 pairs, done. Oh, not quite. That's 6 negatives. I got to get 6 0 pairs. 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. So I got 6 0 pairs. Step 3 was to remove, I'll follow the operation. It says remove 6 negatives. Done. Awesome. If there's any 0 pairs to create, create them. If not, just count what you got. I got 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 10 positives. Beautiful. It's your turn. Try this one. Pause the video. All right, represent 1 positive right there. I need 6 0 pairs. 1, 2. Why 6? I don't know why I made them so big. I should have just made them like 2s and 3s. All right, 6 0 pairs. I'm going to copy and paste this. Copy, paste. And one more time. Almost there. Beautiful. Okay, so 6 0 pairs. So it says take away 6 positives. All right, I'm going to take away 6 positives. Watch that. 6 positives are gone. What I'm going to do now, last step, I line up any 0 pairs that exist. There is a 0 pair right there. And what am I left with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negatives. I better have negative 5 here. Yes. Negative 3 minus negative 3. Okay, so I start off, I represent the first number with 3 negatives. I need 3 0 pairs over there. That's what it says. Let's go log. Remember, you represent the second number with 0 pairs. And it says I need 3 of them. Awesome. Next step is to remove 3 negatives. It says, hey, take away 3 negatives. I'm going to take away 3 negatives. Done. Last step, I'm going to create any 0 pairs that may exist. In this case, it's a little wonky. I've got 3 0 pairs. 1, 2, and 3. And I always circle them to show Monsieur that I know what 0 pairs are. What do I have left over? I got nothing. I got sweet nothing. Last one. You can do this one yourselves. And for your a little fun, I want you guys to tell a story. I want you to think about taking this expression. I want you to think about a story where you got home from school and your mom bought you a puppy. That's awesome. So you got 30 positives added to your life. And suddenly something happens. You got like negative 50, like your dog ate your shoe or ate your baseball card collection, whatever it is. So tell a story with negatives.